Hi guys, this is Loli. Welcome. Here we go with the first inspiration. I took 3 of these they are peanut containers that I got from Aldi's and Dollar Tree, and of course I ate the peanuts. And now I'm taking some of my white paint and primer and adding some baking soda to it, and we're going to give this a total of 3 coats to all 3 bottles. For the first bottle here, I'm going to use some of this purple polka dotted ribbon from Dollar Tree. I'm going to measure exactly how much I need by just putting it around the circumference there and then cutting off that section. And every time that I make a cut, I burn off the edges to avoid any fraying. I decided that I wanted the ribbon to be a little bit thinner here, so I, folded it in half as you see there, and make sure that I hold it in place, and then I'm going to cut right at that seam that I created along the entire portion of this ribbon. And then I glued it to the middle of my bottle. Then I took some jute cord and I just make sure to burn off the fuzzies before putting it on my plastic container. And I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue, and I'm placing this twine right on the indentation that is below the ribbon. My friends, I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, I hope you will consider subscribing. It is free and it means the world to me. And make sure that you hit the notification bell and you set it to all, so you're notified each time that I upload a new video. And whether you decide to subscribe or not, just make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Alright guys, back to the DIY. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this jute cord along the entire top section here until I get to the top of the ribbon. And here I cut my jute cord in a slanted motion and glued it down to have a seamless look. And then here you see me adding some more jute cord to the other indentation that is above the ribbon, and I just wrapped it a few times until that indentation was filled in. Not completely, but it was filled in nicely. Then I'm taking here, cutting it off at an angle and tacking everything down again with some hot glue. Then I took the other half of the ribbon and I created an awareness bow, and I'm going to crunch it in the middle as you see there and tie it with a piece of jute cord. And we're going to attach it over the seam on the bottle right there. And this is how we're looking so far. Now I'm going to come in with these florals from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use one of them. I didn't want to remove the tag. I feel like I'm going to be repurposing this later on, so I just added it onto my vase as you see there, and that's it. Alright friends, so this video is part of the Epilepsy Awareness Bash Your Stash with Purple Open Invite collaboration, and this is hosted by Kate from So Kate, and the co-host this month is Melissa from Buckeye Girls Wreaths and Things. For this collaboration, we are trying to raise awareness about epilepsy. Did you know that 59 million people suffer from epilepsy worldwide? And 1 in 26 people will develop epilepsy in their lifetime. Share our videos with other people to help us raise more awareness on this subject. The link to the playlist on the channel is going to be in the description box below, and I will be pinning the playlist on the comments. Alright, DIY number 2. For this DIY, I'm going to use the bigger of the 3 peanut containers that I used before, and I'm going to use some of this chalk paint from Dollar Tree and fill it in with that color in all the little indentations, well not all, some of the indentations on the container. Then I painted the top portion as well of this container. To give this a little bit more interest, I decided to do little X's as you see there to create a beautiful pattern. Then I decided to add some to this indentation as well, so I did ended up putting black in every indentation. Then I just touched up the top portion right here to make everything nice and uniform and let everything dry. And then I came back in with some of my white paint, just touching up areas just to clean it up and then let it dry again. And then I took these greenery from Dollar Tree that has butterflies on them. And I didn't want to cut it because I was thinking maybe I would use this for a different DIY later on. So I just bent the stem there and put it inside of my container. And it came out so cute. But guess what? I'm not done yet. I'll go ahead and took some of this twine from Dollar Tree and wrapped it twice around the base of the top portion of the container. Once I had it, all uniform, I just went ahead and cut the piece off. And I'm going to tightly tie it at the front and leave 2 long pieces of strand hanging. Then I took one of these lasso cut butterflies from Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint them using my Velvet Crush paint from Apple Barrel. And I gave it just 2 full coats and let it dry. Then I came in with this lavender sachet from Apple Barrel, from Apple Barrel. And I'm going to just add it to the outskirts of the butterfly and a little bit on the middle. And once it's dried, I'm going to glue it to my container. I just put a nice healthy amount of hot glue on the back, pressed it down to make sure that it attached to where that cord nut was. Now I took 2 beads that I already had stained previously, and I'm going to add it to each one of these little strands. And that's all she wrote for this one. You will see it again in the final reveal. For our third inspiration piece today, I'm going to use that other container that we painted in the beginning, and I'm going to use some of this buffalo check fabric that I got from Dollar Tree. The first thing that I did was remove any areas that were uneven, so now I'm cutting 3 little squares. I used the little lines as a guide to see how much I was going to cut. Then I took it and frayed the edges of it on both sides, removing about 4 strands off of each side. Then I glued it to the middle portion of my container. I wrapped it around the entire perimeter of it and then cut off the excess fabric, and I'm going to add some more hot glue to this end to make it all nice and complete. And I made sure to add extra hot glue to the seam so it will stay in place. Then I took some of this baker's twine from Dollar Tree and I'm going to completely wrap the top portion, or the part where the cap will be, completely with that baker's twine. Then I took some of these purple sunflowers from Dollar Tree, or daisies. I believe they call it daisy. They look like sunflowers to me. But anyway, I bent over the stem like this. I just thought that maybe I'll use it later on for something else, and I would want that extra piece there. So I just bent it like that, taped it down, and then placed it right in there. But wait, I'm not done yet. I need to make this a little prettier, so I'm just playing with the florals, making sure to bend them so they will be nicely opened, and try to make it as even as possible. And then I took one of these laser cutout hearts from Dollar Tree and painted it with my Velvet Crush from Apple Barrel. I gave it 1 coat. Then I glued it to the ribbon along with another wooden heart that I got from a pack at the Dollar Tree. Just put it on top of each other as you see there. And that's it. You'll see it again in the final reveal. For our fourth inspiration piece today, I'm going to use one of these icing containers. And I'm going to use this little bird feeder pack from Dollar Tree. So I took the little stick from that kit, and now I'm going to take one of these little planks from Dollar Tree and I'm going to cut it in half. I cut it in half. Then I took some hot glue and added it to the bottom of the pulvery container, and I am gluing it to its cap. Then I'm going to go ahead and take some of this black folk art paint, and we're going to paint the entire container using this color. Then I took some wood glue and some hot glue, and I'm going to glue these 2 planks together. I did not record when I put the wood glue on there, but it's there, guys, and it's blending in. So there I'm adding some more to the seams, and I'm adding some to that stick that I took from the kit for the bird feeder, and I'm reinforcing it on the sides with some hot glue. Then I took some of that black folk art paint, and I'm painting all the edges of the roof here using that color. I also painted the inside of the roof and the stick. And then I took some white paint, my trusty Black & Decker paint and primer, and went ahead and painted the roof portion there at the top. The bird feeder stick wasn't long enough, guys, so I took 2 of these tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue them using some wood glue and some hot glue. And I'm going to attach it to that stick just to make it a little bit longer. I added again hot glue and wood glue to do that. And of course, I painted it to match. Then I took some floral foam, and we are going to go ahead and glue it to the bottom of this container. It would have been hard to put that stick through there, so I took my scissors and created an opening, a little square that will fit the base of my little roof on there, and just stuck it right inside there, and I reinforced it with a bit of hot glue as well. And can you guess what that is? Cute little wishing well. So I'm going to take some of this, it's like a faux leather we got at Dollar Tree during Christmas time, and I'm going to cut a section that is thick enough to go all around that plastic container. Once I achieve that length, I'm just going to go ahead and tuck it under the 2 lips of the containers you see there, making sure that it's nice and straight. And once I knew exactly what the length it was that I needed, I just cut off the excess and glued it down. Then I take some of these sunflower picks, the little purple ones. They're really called daisies. I see them as sunflowers to me, but anyway. I just cut them into individual picks, and I'm going to add them to cover the entire section of that floral foam. And this is how they looked when I was done. But I wasn't satisfied. I didn't really like the size of the flowers. So I came back in with this bouquet from Dollar Tree. I used 2 of them, and I'm going to do the same thing. These come in like a pick, and you can slide them up and down. So I just slid all the 2 pieces all the way to the top, then clipped some of the stem off and put them into there so they will be a little bit fuller. And I did that until I completely covered the floral foam. And then you're gonna see me come in with some of my floral moss as well. All right, friends, if you're still watching the video, thank you so much for staying on. I know your time is very valuable. I am so grateful that you're choosing to spend it with me. And I'm truly, truly grateful for you. Thank you so much for your support. And here it is all complete. Let me know how you like it and which option you prefer. For the 5th inspiration piece, I'm going to use this butter container, and I'm going to use both the top and the bottom. The first thing that I did was cover the bottom with some Black & Decker paint and primer. Then I'm taking the cover and I'm removing that lip that comes right there on that corner, making sure they have a nice rounded edge to match the rest of this piece. And I also painted it using my Black & Decker paint and primer. Then I decided to use that same mixture of baking soda and paint on this cover and on the container as well. So I gave it 2 coats with that. Once it dried, I took some of this napkin that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut a portion that is big enough to go around the entire part here. So once I did that, I removed the paper, the second ply off of it. And then I took my matte Mod Podge I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put a nice healthy coat around the entire surface on here. I worked in medium sizes on there. I'm just pressing it down, making sure that my paper is as flat as possible and as less wrinkle as possible. I was expecting some wrinkling as I put some texture on this. I did want that, so I welcomed fine wrinkles. So here I'm adding it in little sections as I'm going until I completely cover the entire container. So here the patterns didn't quite match, so here I'm trimming a little bit of the paper to try to make sure that the pattern continues on the other one so it looks like a seamless transition. And then I tacked it down with a little bit more of that Mod Podge. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the bottom section and I'm cutting slits on the entire leftover paper that I have on there. And then I'm going to add a generous amount of Mod Podge onto the bottom part of the can here. And then I'm going to bring down all those little slits to have a nice seamless edge and seal the edges right here. Then I took some Velvet Crush color from Apple Barrel and I'm going to paint that seam and the first portion of the inside of this container using that color, and the entire lid as well. Once they're both dried, I'm going to take some hot glue and attach it right there into the top portion of my cover and place my container on top of it, giving it an extra lip. I did have some spaces in which it was still white, so I came back in with some paint and I fixed those up. Then I'm taking some of this floral foam from Dollar Tree and I'm going to add it to the middle, and I'm taking some paper towels and sealing the edges right there. Then remember the sunflowers that I took off of the little wishing well? I'm going to add it to this. So I'm adding them in, trying to space them out as best as I can, trying to create a beautiful pattern. And I'm going to use some of these, and I'm going to use some of the ones that I ended up using for the wishing well as well. So I did two picks of these little sunflowers, and then in between those I am adding some more of the other ones just to give this a little bit more variance and a little bit more texture. And you know, I love the difference between those two flowers. I think they have a beautiful contrast even though they have similar colors. And then I just fluffed away until I was happy with how it was looking. And then I came in with some of this Spanish moss from Dollar Tree and I'm adding it in between the little spaces there and making sure to cover all of the floral foam. And that's pretty much it with this piece. Let me know what you think. And here we are with the final reveal. Let me know as always which one is your favorite. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And if you would like to watch another of my videos or binge, here are some suggestions. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. It is all free and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for your kindness and your support. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.